Okay, I'll come after half an hour on this one. USA, Canada. Plus 18, everything. Really?
Every August for 15 years, Cologne, Germany has hosted the world's definitive celebration of gaming. From stunning opening night live reveals and gameplay breakdowns to the biggest news from the industry's best, join hundreds of thousands of fans on the ground and millions of gamers worldwide for the ultimate games convention. Welcome to Xbox at Gamescom.
Come on, baby.
A war to end all wars. A war whose victor shall rule Norzelia in her glorious entirety.
Roland! Lord Wolford! There is no saving me. The future of Glenbrook lies in your hands now.
You're damned right it will. I'll restore this kingdom to its rightful glory.
I care only that you and the legacy of House Wolford are safe and secure.
As long as I keep walking, there will always be hope.
You are responsible for more than just your own life now.
This battle is but the first step on the path Lord Serenoa has laid before us. Let us take this first step together and rejoice.
Nothing. You are free of sin.
Now behold my power.
To victory!
Not another step.
A battle to prove which of us is more fit to rule Norzelia.
A new future is before us, but first, we must carve our way through to it.
Triangle strategy available
Hello
today.
Xbox fans and welcome to Gamescom. You just saw a trailer for Triangle Strategy from Square Enix, which you can actually play today. And that is just the tip of the iceberg because this is a huge year for Gamescom. We've got tons of great reveals, in-depth interviews, and first look gameplay presentations.
Beautiful.
I'm Benny from the Xbox On team, and we're going to make sure that you're getting wall-to-wall coverage all event long.
Okay,
so
Benny,
you don't
hook
miss
us
out
up with
on a
some good
single
games,
thing.
my boy.
But first, let's head inside and catch up on all those big reveals from Opening Night Live.
Thanks so much, Benny. Charlie and Bex here, and I am thrilled to be in Cologne, Germany for Gamescom 2025, holding down the Xbox booth at the biggest gaming convention in the world. There is a ton of amazing stuff packed in the next 2 days, and we finally get to see gameplay for some of the year's most anticipated titles and catch a glimpse of gaming's future in the form of fresh reveals and some surprise drops.
I mean, just today, Charlie, we've got a full demo of Dying Like the Beast, tons of new info on Keeper from Double Fine, a custom controller giveaway, what's next for World of Warcraft and Call of Duty, and a brand new adventure starring a certain roguish archaeologist with a whip. And that's just some of the stuff I was allowed to tease after I signed like 5,000 NDAs. But first up, let's go hands-on with the ROG Xbox Ally and the Ally X, the very first Xbox handhelds, and explore the wide world of Xbox Play Anywhere.
Now, Xbox Play Anywhere, you can buy a game once, Bex, and access it across PC and Xbox consoles, including the Xbox Ally and Ally X. Even better, your progress travels with you, so you can bring all your saves, your add-ons, your friends, and
that's pretty nice to have.
along. So whether you're online on the convention floor waiting to play your favorite
Just
game,
buy the game in one platform, you have it on the other ones.
beloved Xbox
Pretty cool.
On team, visiting our battle-ready neighbours at a very impressive Call of Duty Black Ops 7 booth, chilling with the Warcraft team over on the World Warcraft Midnight booth, hanging with Asus at the ROG Ally all the way over in Hall 8, or looking at the latest tech offerings from Samsung this year at Gamescom. Anywhere kind of truly is the best place to play. But right now what we're going to do, Bex, is quickly recap.
Oh, look
what
at people
Xbox
playing
did
Ninja
last night
Gaiden
at the
4.
opening night
Crazy.
live celebrations. Are you ready?
Let's get into
Let's do
it. I mean, we got a brand new and very charming Companions trailer for the Outer Worlds 2 that revealed 6 new friends to travel the stars and zap things with.
Zap-a-da-zap! The Dynasties of the East expansion for Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition also got announced, and they also revealed a release date, so you can start organising your troops on November 4th.
Mark it. We also found out about the massive new Indiana Jones and the Great Circle expansion, continuing Indy's investigation of the Ancient Order of Giants. Ancient Rome's biggest secret awakens September 4th.
Excited for that one. After decades of supporting the Hayabusa clan, Raven Clan is finally taking center stage in Ninja Gaiden 4, which we saw an awesome new trailer for as well. And according to Team Ninja Bag, so if you got this, they have a secret ulterior motive that will really shake up the story when it drops on October 21st.
How very sneaky. As anticipated, we got a truly immersive look at Call of Duty Black Ops 7, releasing November 14th.
Yes.
The new game's got twisted environments, a campaign that supports 4-player co-op, zombies, Dead Ops Arcade, and even a new mode called Endgame to keep your squad busy for years to come. Really impressive stuff, that.
So good. We also saw Blizzard storm through with the gorgeous and never-before-seen cinematic intro for the World of Warcraft Midnight. The ancient home of the Blood Elves is under threat, and they'll need to tap into the power of the Sacred Sunwell to keep those shadows at bay in 2026.
Plus, today we'll have even deeper looks at titles that were shown at Opening Night Live, like Keeper, Dying Light the Beast, and LEGO Voyagers. And in a few hours, this very broadcast will play host to a special edition of the official Call of Duty podcast. But to get the party started, here comes all the latest details on the Xbox Ally, which has been so hot.
Coming up, I don't see anything about Wukong coming up. We're gonna have to see. There should definitely be a trailer today.
Xbox is really transformed over the years of people playing on multiple devices, people playing anywhere.
We know what players want. They want to game on their own terms.
This was a #1 request from our fans. We're working in close partnership with ASUS on a brand new handheld
called the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X.
The best game library on the go basically changes everything.
It feels like we're finally hitting an inflection point now where I'm able to take the game that I'm playing on my beefy home PC gaming rig and take it with me on a portable device.
The big question a lot of players have is how are PC games going to play on a handheld form factor? The games are largely going to play like they do on PC.
The Xbox Ally targets 720p, while the Xbox Ally X targets 1080p. Most titles will perform between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, but certain games have the potential to hit up to 120 frames per second. As frame rates rise and fall, variable refresh rate, or VRR, will deliver a consistent and fluid visual experience. Players can further fine-tune a variety of device settings in the command center, from optimizing battery life to remapping buttons.
The Asus Armory Crate has 3 distinctive settings that are really great. There's the silent mode, where these dark gaming sessions you will have. There is a performance mode, so your battery life is optimized. And then, of course, for the top performance factor, you would use turbo mode.
When we talk about optimizing for handheld, it's less about stripping games down and more about ensuring playing the game on a handheld is as easy and effortless as possible. Games that run at 30 frames per second or above will get a should perform well on this device tag. Games that hit 60 frames per second or above will carry a should perform great on this device tag. Games that haven't been tested yet will have a performance check not available yet label. As more games are tested, updated, and optimized for handheld, these labels will evolve over time.
This is about giving players a device with no obstacles to fun. So one example is making sure that it's going to work seamlessly with a controller. Are all menus and prompts working as intended? And are those UI elements properly sized for the smaller screen? Another example of an essential compatibility feature is having a gamepad keyboard. If a game passes all these checks, they're considered handheld optimized and will be labeled as such. On the Xbox home screen, you'll find a new handheld optimized channel that will curate these titles for players.
We test on the Ally all the time as we're building Roblox. For a player, that means more immersion, better graphics, smoother animation. You get to play games the way they were built.
If you're playing Doom the Dark Ages on the PC or the console, you expect an ultra-responsive, fast action FPS experience.
On your Xbox Ally, Doom the Dark Ages will be every bit as fast and responsive as you'd expect.
One of the awesome things about PC is that there are so many places to get your games.
We think about having this unified game library and how it can bring your entire game collection together.
Any recently downloaded and played games from other PC game stores, from Battle.net, the Epic Game Store, Ubisoft, Steam, GOG, or EA, the Xbox app automatically finds them and will show them in your game library. And right on the Xbox home screen, under Most Recently Played.
My most recently used game should be something that sticks with me everywhere I go, creating a unified user experience.
You're going to see games you've played on Xbox. If it's a PC native game, you're going to be able to play it right there. If it's a console-only game, you're going to be able to stream it from the cloud. If you're down in your basement and you want to stream direct from your console that you've got upstairs, you're going to be able to do it.
I'm able to continue to experience the worlds and characters that I love.
Latency is always a factor with streaming.
This is going to be awesome. Now we literally have a device.
Nobody likes increased delay in their actions during a game.
Hey there everyone, I'm Henry, and today I'm joined by Dom and Brianna from Xbox and Gabe from our friends at Asus, who are going to tell us a whole lot more about the ROG Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X, which are the very first handhelds giving Xbox fans the freedom to play anywhere. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome to Cologne, guys. How you doing?
Thank you for having us. It's been busy getting everything ready, but we're super excited to be here.
Well, I gotta say, it's incredibly distracting having the Ally X in front of me. I want to just grab it and have a go, but why don't you tell us, why is Xbox making a handheld right now?
Handheld gaming felt like a really natural next step for Xbox. Being able to break out of the living room and play anywhere is so central to our vision of putting players at the center, wherever and however you want to play. And we saw this wave of innovation happening in the handheld space from brands like Asus, and we knew that we could fuel that with so much more energy from Xbox. So when we started talking to Asus, it became apparent like how much more we could do together. We share the same obsession with our players and our devices and gaming in general. And we just realized that by building a device together, we could do something much more special and much more quickly than either of us could do alone. And so that's what brought us to the Xbox Ally. The Xbox Ally really brings together that power of Xbox with the full freedom of Windows. That means that you can play your PC games natively from across storefronts. You can play your Xbox Play Anywhere games natively, and you can stream your console games as well. And really, this is just the beginning. Like, we have such a huge roadmap of improvements that we're going to continue building, continue delivering for our players. We're always listening to feedback, but I'm really excited for this first step.
As a device, it's got a really quite unique look about it. Gabe, can you tell us a bit about the hardware design of the Ally?
Absolutely. The design of the ROG Xbox Ally features natural ergonomics, comfort, and user familiarity. These solid contoured grips familiar with that Xbox controller we all know and love. And so design starts with your hands, right? We think about our opposable thumbs and the really nimble fingertips that we have. These are the tools that we use to write, to pick things up, and definitely to play. And so when you think about the devices as they are in their current generation, it really rests into your palm, and you're using your palm to pick up these devices. And I say it's kind of like a tray-like feel. With the ROG Xbox Ally series devices, it rests into your fingers and then into your palms, and then allows you to curve over, giving you the freedom to use that to play. On our wonderful new ABXY keys with the tactile feel and color coloring of the new Xbox controllers. It's not as simple, though, as just taking a controller and splitting it in half and putting a panel inside. Really, that would cause you to flare out. So there's a subtle detail of how you kind of want to have you fall in and be natural. And those contoured feels and this natural feeling really helps with the overall weight distribution. And that means comfort when you play long on these devices. And so with the Xbox Ally series, you're going to be able to play longer and play comfortably. And then, with the ROG Xbox Ally X, you then have the access to the impulse triggers. So then you're able to feel everything and be part of the game and immersive inside and in terms of all the things that you would be familiar with on your Xbox controller today. And so you'll get all those game-centric cues coming through on your device.
It's so like fully fledged and very well optimized for gaming, which is why I need to ask, how has the Windows experience been optimized for gaming, which is primarily what we want to do with an Ally?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this has been a huge collaboration between Asus, Xbox, and Windows. And so we really thought about like what makes playing on Xbox so unique, and how can we bring those elements together with what makes Windows 11 so great for PC gaming. And that really led to, from my perspective, three big features. The first one is the Xbox full screen experience. The Xbox full screen experience is extremely tailored for the handheld device, for controller navigation, and right from the moment you turn on the Xbox Ally, or the
skip
Xbox
this.
Ally
We
X,
need to
you
see
launch
game
directly
creators
into
and
this
stuff.
Xbox full screen experience. But what's even more interesting about what's happening here is not just the experience itself, but what's not happening. So we've collaborated really deeply with Windows to defer a bunch of processes that aren't required for gaming. So that means your desktop, the taskbar, all of these things aren't loaded when you boot into the full screen experience, giving all that memory back to your games. The second feature is the aggregated library. So because this is Windows, we know that our players have catalogs of games that span across different storefronts. We want to bring your full library together in one place in the aggregated library so you can see all of your installed games from different storefronts. This makes it super easy to launch your games, kind of stay in that Xbox full screen experience for more of your experience, and just really experience the full value of the device. The third feature that we've really invested deeply in is the Play Anywhere feature. So Xbox Play Anywhere has been a program for a long time, but we've really been investing in it so deeply, and there's now over 1,000 games that support Xbox Play Anywhere. For your Xbox Play Anywhere games, you can bring your progress, your saves, your achievements from your Xbox console or your Windows PC to your Xbox Ally, just again, making that really so seamless. And again, we have a huge roadmap of improvements we're working on together and with the Windows team. So it's really exciting, and I think there's going to be so much more to share, and we're always listening to feedback. But these three features, to me, are what make the Xbox Ally so special.
So ergonomics, they're locked in. We've also got just a lightweight Windows primed and ready for gaming. Yeah. Gabe, tell us a bit about the horsepower behind it and the partnership you've got with AMD to really make games shine.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We're really pushing the boundaries of silicon with this device. Efficiency is the Xbox Ally superpower. These class of processors are tuned specifically for handhelds. I'm super excited to talk about what's in the Xbox Ally X. It hosts the Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme. We've taken the best performing processor on the market and added MPU. That means you're ready for new frontiers in local AI gaming while having the best efficiency possible on these new amazing generational changes with the Z2 Extreme. For the normal Xbox Ally, we have the Z2A, the first time a handheld processor of this type has been productized for Windows. So that means amazing performance from 15 to 20 watts. Again, efficiency is the superpower. And so for that part, I would say we also can include AMD's Fluid Motion frames. AMD's Fluid Motion frames bring smoothness and additional frames to allow you to enjoy that wonderful gameplay that's available for thousands of games and only on Windows. Lastly, I would say we're going to bring the power of AI to our devices. So for both the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X, you'll be able to have Copilot for gaming, a game guide you can call from the Xbox menu that assists you while you play.
It's all super exciting. Brianna, I don't think we should keep anyone waiting any longer. Why don't we take a look at how the Xbox Ally X works? And I think we should get a camera in here as well so that people at home can definitely take a look. But show me how you turn on one of these things.
Yeah, so one thing that's great is there's a fingerprint reader on the power button. But as Don mentioned, we made a lot of improvements in Windows to help add gamepad navigation across the device. So I can press A to dismiss the lock screen, and I can navigate all elements that I would expect to with a gamepad. One of the features I really love is that we've added gamepad indicators to the pin pad. So if you're familiar with them on console, you'll be able to enter your pin or have your own kind of combination that you would have to put in your password quickly. You can also use directional navigation, and we really want to give the flexibility to the players of how they want to get into their gaming session.
Cool.
So
I'm not going to peek at your pin, don't worry.
No one's going to look like what the pin is.
Device. I'll get my own later, don't worry.
Yeah. So I'm going to quickly put in a pin for this device, and you'll boot right into the Xbox app.
Cool. And what's the first thing we're kind of seeing here?
Yeah, this is that Xbox full screen experience that we've talked about. So it boots directly into this experience. It's really tailored for gamepad navigation, for the handheld screen, and again, it doesn't even load those processes that aren't required for gaming. In some of our initial estimates, this shows an estimated 2 gigabytes of savings in memory, which can all go back to your games, which means faster startup times and less idle power draw.
Absolutely. I mean, that was super snappy just to get into that. Super cool. And I've got to say, big compliments on the library that I can already see. When you run us through a bit of this experience as well.
One of the buttons that we've added on this device is a library button, so you can push that and it'll take you right to your library. Dom mentioned about the aggregated library. You'll see these new indicators across the thing. So, hey, these are my games from the Game Pass entitlement. These are the ones installed from other storefronts. And we really want to make sure that when people play a game in the library, they know what save they're doing it. You might be like me and you own the same game across multiple storefronts. Your save files are so important.
Yeah, I'm very guilty of that.
and so you want to make sure that when you launch your game, you know where it's coming from, and you're able to kind of get that jump back in where you expect.
Amazing. Can you launch up a game for us? I'm going to let you choose.
Yeah, so let's launch up Gears of War.
Good pick.
You can see that the bootloader that we have launches full screen. That really takes you to kind of that immersive experience, so you're not seeing those desktop elements that Dom mentioned previously.
Very cool. Because there's something I use at home on my desktop, which is Game Bar. I use it to access my screenshots. I use it to access all of my friends lists, party chat.
Yeah.
We have a little look at that. How does that operate on the Ally?
Yeah, so one of the main differences between the original
the game has not released yet.
Now there's an Xbox button on the device, and so by pressing it, you quickly bring up Game Bar, and this is the optimized view that we shipped last year called Compact Mode. That takes that same widget model that we have before, that's completely extensible, but it puts it in a more streamlined, optimized form for these handheld devices. So it lets you quickly get access to device settings, and most importantly, Command Center.
Nice.
So
the game releases on the 26th.
That you're juggling, it's all in one overlay, and it's all in Game Bar, and so you can get access to some of those awesome AMD features as well as the Asus features that you've been known for before, to be able to navigate those and adjust those kind of performance settings on the fly.
As a person who is already a multi-device user, it does instantly feel quite familiar as well. Across my console or my PC, I'm kind of getting this very fluid and connected system. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So we could jump back into Gears of War, but we know this is a fully fledged Windows device.
Yes.
What else can you do with it? Are there other apps that you can use?
Yeah, so one of my favorite features is we've added a new custom task switching view. So by pressing on the Xbox button, you'll get this new experience where you can quickly bumper between existing applications, as well as go to the Windows desktop if you need to kind of tweak something that you can't do easily. And it really kind of makes it feel fast and fluid, and so if you're using Discord or getting a little hint and edge, you can quickly bumper between them and then go back to your game really smoothly.
So snappy. I absolutely love it. Dom, is there anything else you'd like to add as well to what we're seeing here?
Yeah, I mean, this is really our Xbox experience reimagined for handheld gaming, built in collaboration with Asus, Windows, Xbox, and allows you to have that full immersion and effortless play. But really, games are at the heart of what makes a great Xbox experience, and that's why we're developing a new program called the Handheld Compatibility Program. And this will help you really easily understand what games play well on your device across things like text size, controller navigation. And so we're really excited to announce this program and work very closely with our developer partners on it as well to help you have the best possible gaming experience on your Xbox Ally.
That's so awesome. So all of that, and I hear that you've also brought a little video for us to check out. Should we just load that up now?
Let's do it.
This is going to be awesome. Let's do this.
So, now that you've seen what the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X can do,
can we get to some games?
You get your own one, huh? Well, Brianna, if I ask really nicely, is there anything you could tell us on that front?
Yeah, I'm excited to share that the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X will be available worldwide October 16th.
Oh, that's so soon. All right, well, you heard it here first. The Xbox Ally comes out on October 16th. Thank you for that, Brianna, and to all of our guests here as well for stopping by today. But coming up next, stick around for the latest on Rogue, Prince of Persia, and so much more as Xbox at Gamescom 2025 continues.
Feed us some games, brother. Play with Xbox Game Pass, okay? I've played this game. It's pretty cool game. I played it during early access though. Shit. wish we got a AAA new Prince of Persia game, but Ubisoft is in a shit state nowadays. Those are your talent tree, which you get to keep.
You might think that the Rogue Prince of Persia is just another 2D action roguelike, and you'd be wrong. Yes, we have plenty of deadly weapons, powerful abilities, and game-breaking builds, but what makes it different? I'm going to tell you. This is 2D parkour in full flow. You wall run, vault, and somersault through the world, blending traversal and combat into one seamless movement. If you're looking for Prince of Persia DNA, then shine a black light on this. It'll light up like Times Square. And that wall run? That is the first of its kind in the 2D game. Every fight is a chance to move with style. You're not just swinging a sword, you're fighting with everything. Kick enemies into traps or into each other. Vault to dodge attacks. Wall run over hazards. Dive to stun. Boot rocks and arrows into the faces of your foes. It's like playing a Jackie Chan movie as the Prince of Persia. This is acrobatic and environmental combat that rewards creativity and looks damn good doing it. The story holds more surprises. The prince must live the same day over and over, searching for a way to stop an enemy invasion that his actions have triggered. You must learn from each run, discovering how to save key characters and family members and bringing them to the oasis outside of the time loop to unlock new biomes, items, and story beats. Only by exploring the entire city, from the depths of the mines to the top of the lighthouse, will you find the one path that will give you the chance to change the fate of Persia. And the soundtrack, woo! An unheard of
That's true, the soundtrack is really good.
Instruments fused with modern trap. It drives you forward. Every run has a rhythm, every fight has a beat, and we guarantee you'll be listening to it when you're not even playing. So there you have it. The Rogue Prince of Persia offers a unique combination of 2D wall running, environmental combat, a branching narrative, and a pulsating soundtrack, on top of all the usual tasty roguelike ingredients. This is a roguelike with rhythm, flow, and style.
Available today. This game is definitely worth to play.
Is going rogue, known for those smooth acrobatic wall runs and intense boss fights set against an inspired vibrant Persian-inspired landscape. It's clear why it's the most anticipated action platformer roguelite of the year. And here to tell us more from Evil Empire artistic director Dylan Erlings and marketing manager Matthew Houghton. Gentlemen, welcome. Now. Hello. First thing, thanks so much for joining us. And I've got to ask, was that, from what we saw in the back of that trailer, did I see what I think I saw?
I think so, yeah.
Which one of you would like to reveal it, if anyone missed it?
Basically, the game is out now on Game Pass, right now. You can go play it as you want.
Right, amazing. And also, for those that don't know as well, this game reinvents a classic franchise. And in the past, you've worked on games like Dead Cells, The Evil Empire, and fantastic DLC like Castlevania. How has it been taking a beloved franchise like Prince of Persia and kind of bringing a new genre to the mix?
But it's kind of it's tough and great at the same time, because obviously we've got a load of fans of the franchise in the team, lots of people who played Sands of Time, even people who played the original back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And so there's a pressure to take this franchise into a different direction. But it's great because it actually gives us something like to really focus on. Like we knew we wanted acrobatic combat, we wanted a wall run, we wanted this like real Persian-inspired vibes. So that helped to kind of like keep us on the right path while integrating our like 2D action knowledge to make something which we think is unique.
Yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And you've been having the game on early access recently, but for those that haven't been able to play early access, what can people expect when they hop on to Rogue Prince of Persia?
So yeah, basically you can expect 2D action roguelite with kind of acrobatic combat mixed with a wall run, which we think is unique in a 2D game. So basically you have a whole moveset on top of that. So you've got like a kick, a vault, a dive attack. So basically you're going to be flowing through traversal into combat and back again, and there's also like a branching narrative behind that as well.
The combat is good.
And also, you've been asked,
it's pretty decent.
Early access for a bit now, and you've been asking for loads of feedback from players. What's been some of the ones that has like kind of been the most surprising or inspired bits of feedback that you've taken on board?
Well, we've gotten tons of feedback from players, especially from the guys we have on Discord. We have like a very supportive and dedicated community of players there, and it's like it's almost day-to-day talking with them. It's like they are part of the team, so we just work with them as if they were part of the development, you know. And so one guy, Opelit, he's making the wiki for the game, and it's super detailed, even more detailed than what we have in the studio, you know. These guys, they know the game by heart, and so it's so cool to work with them. And another one called Andrew is a super fan, and a good anecdote is that he had a baby during the production of the game.
Yeah.
And so we celebrated it. I did a sketch of the prince with the baby and everything.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, these guys are truly part of the team, and I want to thank them truly for this early access. It was great.
I think that's one of my favorite things these days as well, is how much the community can get involved in games now and like kind of give feedback and kind of work directly with the studios. It's not something we really had in the past.
Yeah, that's something truly unique, and like the instantaneity of it is awesome, because you can just ask a question, brainstorm an idea about like game design or whatever, and they would like answer directly, and it's so great.
Now, also, one thing, a lot of fans have been asking about the story of Rogue Prince of Persia and how it's going to evolve over time. Can you go a bit more into that?
Yeah, so basically the story, you basically start off and you've kind of accidentally triggered an invasion of Persia, and then you've kind of got to figure out a way by going into the city each day and trying to find clues, and then by finding the clues, you unlock biomes, and then maybe you have to like take an item and do something with it to then unlock something else, find a character who then tells you somewhere else you can go. So it's basically kind of like a puzzle in real time as you go through each run to find the one true way to finally save Persia and rectify your mistake.
And like you said about clues, right? Something that we will expect, hidden elements in the game. Are there some of those for us to find?
Yeah, there's definitely hidden rooms where, you know, like you'll find characters and stuff. I'm trying to think of an actual example, but definitely where you find the Lale, that's kind of real, like hidden stuff. But it's Prince of Persia, there's got to be hidden rooms somewhere.
I was hoping so, because I love the old games as well. And players been like, one of the most things as well, when you look at the game, first of all, the visuals. It is visually stunning, the comic book style, and like you've obviously massively behind this. Could you go a bit more into what inspired you and how you kind of worked on the design of the game?
For sure. So we wanted the game to have a unique look, like something that would not have been made before. And so since it's a very 2D game, we wanted to embrace that aspect and have something very graphic with these patterns, the borders, and everything is. So it's inspired by the Persian miniatures, which are art from like back in the days in the ancient Persia, and this would be very graphical images painted by hand. And so we tried to incorporate some of these elements in the art direction of the game. And the other inspiration is the French comic books.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to have some of this in the game because in the art team we are big comic book lovers, and because we wanted to be super like innovative, we used Moebius as a reference because nobody does that in the indie games. No, yeah, but he's a great artist, so he was one of the main reference.
And also, you mentioned Discord earlier as well.
Yeah.
Have you taken any fan-inspired feedback on some of the art that you've used in the game?
For sure. We had some fun contests on the Discord. And so, for example, we had a skin contest at some point, and player would draw whatever crazy type of prince costume. And so we had a voting for the favorite skins, and I think 8 or 9 of them ended up in the game.
That's amazing.
So that's great.
That must be. I can already see though how much you kind of work with your community already, and if there's anyone else who wants to get involved, are they able to do that as well?
You mean the players?
Yeah, the players can get involved to give feedback.
Yeah, for sure. In the game design, we changed tons of stuff. For instance, we have this medallion system, which in the beginning was maybe too complex. And so we worked with the community to make it simpler to understand, but also more fun to right when you play, you understand how it works. So we iterated a lot of game design elements.
Yeah, along the game design as well, you did a major art revision for the game as well from when you started. So much so, you made a mini documentary about how that happened. How was that?
That was a long walk. So, long story short, when we released in early access, we knew we were going with a bold and unique look, and we knew not everybody would love it. But we got a lot of feedback from players that did not like so much the art direction. So we tried to take that as a feedback, just as if it was gameplay.
Yeah.
Why not rework the art, So we did a lot of polishing, and we changed some of the color. The prince was purple in the beginning. He's not purple anymore. That's a long story. But yeah, we tried to make something that player would like more. And so this was big rework.
I think it's one of the first things anyone notices as soon as they see the game. It's so vibrant and colorful, and it's so pretty to look at. You've done an incredible job putting that together.
Thank you.
Have you got any personal favorite pieces that you worked on in the game?
I mean, we tried to be as diverse as we could in the biomes that you are going through. So each biome has a very unique color palette. I think the final one, the palace, the one that's going to be released in the 1.0, is the best one because it's the last one that we made, and we put a lot of love in this because it's the final objective of the game, and it's really nice, I think.
I think we've also, you talked about all the different biomes that are available. We've got to talk, how do you work on kind of making those beautiful backgrounds that you kind of interact with, and then the combat gameplay, because it must be kind of difficult to manage.
That's a challenge for sure, because the gameplay is very fast-paced, and the traversal is challenging. So you have to be able to read everything very quickly. So we try to have something that is very simple, yet tells a story. So whenever we can, we have rooms in the game that tell environmental storytelling, but it's not during the combat phases. So it's a subtle balance between readable gameplay and background that tells a story.
Oh, nice. So especially, is it clear when there's a hidden room or something like that you can smash some pots or kind of work your way through?
There is some of this, some secrets in the game.
Now, also we've got to talk about the color palette and lighting. They've been widely praised by players in early access. Right, how did you approach making the game visually distinct from previous Prince of Persia games?
That's a tough question.
We're here to ask the hard questions.
I mean, I talked about the inspirations already. So these two, the Persian miniatures and the French comic book, we tried to combine that into a unique look that, when you see it as a thumbnail, you instantly recognize it, and it's almost as if it was taken out of a picture book. I mean, that was the objective. And we tried to embrace the graphical aspect of it and be very stylized.
I see at any moment you look at it, it's always bright and popping out. It's like a thumbnail.
Very colorful,
I've got to say though, for people who are hopping on for the first time, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but they're hopping on from, haven't played early access, and they're hopping on to Rogue Prince of Persia. What kind of experience can they expect to play? Because it's challenging, it's beautiful, it's vibrant. There's a lot more depth to the game.
Yeah, I think expect to be challenged, but it's easy once you get it in your hands and you can feel like doing a wall run and swinging off a pole and diving down an enemy, like it is super satisfying. So just be prepared for like acrobatic combat, use all your moves, like we said in the deep dive trailer, like it's like playing a Jackie Chan movie. You're just like, you're kicking someone, you're blocking something, and then you're jumping around everywhere, like just be prepared to have fun, I guess. Yeah, and just explore everywhere, because there's always something to find.
Explore, that's always the thing I fail in doing. I'm always like trying to speed run everything. But have you got any last things that you'd like people to keep an eye out for Rogue Prince of Persia?
I mean, go play the game now. It's out, so yeah, I mean...
Go play it, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing it. But guys, thanks so much for joining us, Matthew and Dylan. Really appreciate it. I look forward to hopping on. And also, a big thank you to the whole team at Ubisoft. You can start sharpening your platforming skills and scimitars right now. And remember, the Rogue Prince of Persia is available today. And in case you're buzzing for even more 2D fighting action, here comes a trailer that's a little less reflex and a little more tactical. Then we'll be back to check out all that's new in Grounded 2. Don't go anywhere. This is Xbox at Gamescom.
My turn. You asked for this. Back in your place.
Before there haven't been anything great.
This is but a squall before the storm of battle. Prepare yourselves at once.
Time to prove myself.
How about you?
Leave that to me.
An ambush. This day grows lovelier by the hour.
Nothing can stop me. Let's finish him. It's over! On my honor. A good choice. This will suffice. Feel my wrath.
Embrace inevitable end. Judgment blade!
Bring sinners to account. Fight Roger!
What do you know about the legend of the Nameless Crusader?
Fierce warrior. Fought in the siege of Antioch, 1097 AD. Very tall, like a giant.
Pope Paul IV had an item of this crusader in his possession, his helmet.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I see the helmet, I'll leave it exactly as I found it. Sound good? Oops. Giant guardians. Their roots go way, way back. Worshipped by the Mithras cult.
I can't believe you dare to investigate this.
It's impressive for a snake. It says Semper Vivus. Always living. Not dead. He's not in a tomb.
Well, you just caught the trailers for Final Fantasy Tactics and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Order of Giants, which we'll be taking an even closer look at in a little bit of time. But now it's time to dive into a game that hits a little closer to home as we learn all about the big bosses, bigger biomes, and brand new big buggies coming to a park near you in Grounded 2. We've got Chris Parker and Justin Vasquez here from Obsidian and Eidos to break it down into very small, teeny tiny parts. I mean, they say good things come in small packages, so thank you so much for helping me unwrap these presents today, guys. How are you today?
We're well. Thank you for having us here. We're very excited to be here to talk about the game.
Yeah, doing great. Super excited to be here.
I'm honestly so excited to gush all about the fun I've been having in Grounded 2 since it launched now a month ago into early access. So I've been having a blast, but how's the experience been for you two?
It's been an incredible experience. We're so blessed to have such an amazing community around Grounded 2. Everyone just reacted so well to the announcement and the fact that the game was coming to them so quickly. And seeing the game in players' hands now, everything that they're doing with it, all the fun they're having with buggies, all the fun they're having in the park, all the different builds that they're making and breaking, and all the great feedback we're getting, it's just getting us super excited and really focus on how we can make the best Grounded 2 possible with our community.
I love that. Chris, have you been having a good time with it as well?
Yeah, I'm just so excited about how well it's been received, because, you know, when you're making a game, you have this passion, you have this joy, you really want it to be something that the community is going to love, and they already love Grounded 1, right? There's so much passion there. And so until you get that into the players' hands and the community's hands, you just don't know exactly. You know, you can hope, but until they've actually sort of tasted that meal, you don't know how it's going to go. And so it went out there, people are super excited about it. They have tons of stuff to say and tons of great ideas, and we love that. And it's just been really exciting.
Amazing. Well, I've tasted it and I've really enjoyed it as well. We've been digging in a lot. It's been so much fun. And obviously you mentioned buggies, one of the big new additions in Grounded 2. And how has
Because I actually have to go, so I'll watch this later.
expand that kind of area of the game?
There's something interesting I'm gonna
That's
comment on it.
a really good question.